All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday night. Halloween it is, man. The Knicks getting scary out there in Cleveland as a rematch of last year's first round of the NBA playoffs was on hand. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were talking spicy. They wanted these Knicks. They wanted to man up. Tristan Thompson talking spicy, Evan Mobley. But in the end, the Knicks' big three and my man Hart, I told you about Hart, would send these guys packing, man. Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers, no match for the Knicks, man. 101-91. Knicks lock in, try to get themselves back into a rhythm and take game one of the back-to-back home-and-home series against a budding rival here, man, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. So lock in. We're going to talk about it, recap the game, take your phone calls, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. CP the Franchise, Alex Chataros on the ones and twos. Hit that like button, share this video on Twitter right now, and subscribe to the channel. Al, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. Knicks get a win,
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah.
Starting off my prediction right. You know, I said they go 2-1 this week. Said they'd sweep the Cavs. They just got to finish the job tomorrow. And I'm in the clear, man. But happy that the Knicks got the dub tonight. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good, man. Again, not concerned based on the early performance, but it's clear that this team is not in a rhythm yet. It's clear that they're still trying to, get their feet under them, get their footing. Guys want to get on the same page. Between Julius and Brunson, we need our big two to get back on track. And so it was good to see them be able to do that tonight. I thought, number one with Brunson, it was kind of a tale of two halves for him. Give credit where credit is due. There's another play on the other side of the ball. I thought Isaac Okoro really did a good job of really harassing him from, half court on and really putting a lot of pressure defense on him and making him work. And then the second half, it was more the same, but Brunson's just making a lot more tougher shots, man. Just really getting into his bag and proving that that better offense, it can be better than good defense. So give credit to Brunson there, man, for really stepping into his bag and starting to get back on track. Julius, had to tangle with a lot of single coverage. Dean Wade tried to cover him. And it, mixed bag in the first half, but Julius started to settle down and get his shots in there. I thought RJ had a good first half, better approach in the first half than the second half. And Hart, I thought Hart was my play of the game, man. I was very impressed with his two-way play. Scrap with Mobley down low, had some turnaround jump hooks going down, flash some offense. And I thought, as a two-way player, he was the best on the team tonight. So I got to give Hart the game ball. And just overall, just good to see the team get a W on the first night of a back-to-back.
I agree with all those points. But you also got to add Emmanuel quickly for coming on late, man.
Yes,
because
yeah.
quickly went 6. He had a slow start to the game. Defensively was okay. He started to pick things up in the second half, too. You saw Donovan Mitchell, whenever he got switched onto him, Donovan Mitchell just has that speed, man. Really like a cheetah out there, just get to the rim at will. But then quickly, second half, starts to knock down some shots, starts off with a floater off the glass, and the next thing you know, he knocks down some big threes, and that really just sealed the deal for the Knicks, man. So outside, like with everyone that you mentioned, I think those were your big guys tonight that really performed well. Thing with, I really don't like, I agree with you where everyone was just like getting into a rhythm. You see it, like they're still just trying to figure everything out, man. Yeah. I mean, even Randle got his 19 points. The one thing I like about Randle, because I know some are gonna go at him and be like, "Well, it wasn't efficient. Was 5 for 14 from the field, okay from downtown, but he hit 7 of his 10 free throws, man." He recognized that, look, my shot's not falling. I'm going to do the next best thing, which is get to the line, be physical, get downhill. He did just that, and no one was stopping him, man. Everyone just had to constantly foul him in order to play defense on him, and you got to respect that. And then, same thing with Brunson. Brunson was able to show that he had better offense, but also got to the line, 4 or 5 from the free throw line as well. That's what you want to see from your big two, because this is a physical team, man, and they overpower the Cavaliers yet again. The Cavs are just more of a finesse team. Knicks are just too strong for the Cavaliers. I know they were down Jarrett Allen. I know They were down. Who else were they down? They didn't have Jared Allen and they didn't have Darius Garland tonight, but it doesn't matter, man. Didn't matter to me because I still think this team is too much a finesse team. And the Knicks, when they need to, they can go get physical and really take it to opponents.
No question, no question about it. And you mentioned you mentioned that play of the game because this game had a lot of back and forth, especially in the first half. But in the third quarter, thought the Knicks defense really tightened up. They were able to get some Cavs turnovers, held the Cavs to 16 points in that third quarter. Overall, the Knicks forced 15 turnovers, but that led to 28 points. So they were on the other end of the turnover battle and were able to capitalize on some of the Cavs' mistakes, especially in that third quarter when things kind of locked down. And then in the fourth, kind of got sloppy a little bit from the Knicks' perspective. They started turning the ball over a little bit, and the Cavs were able to bring this thing down to 12 points. But in that stretch, that was at the 8:51 mark. In that stretch, you had Emmanuel quickly knock down 2 threes to put the Knicks back up by 18. And then that was pretty much the game at 7:46. So Quickly's 2 threes were really big there for the squad. And that put the Cavs away. Thought the Knicks bench did a pretty good job, especially on the defensive end. And overall solid performance, man.
Absolutely. I think there were a few drives, man. I think there were a few moments beforehand because the game started to get out of hand for the Cavs because there was a good stretch where they did not score for about like 5 minutes, right, in third quarter. But I felt like the one that really did is set the tone and just broke the Cavs was when Randle drove to the basket, stopped, pivots, finds Brunson. Brunson then attacks, goes down the lane, uses shiftiness to draw a foul on Okoro. And you see Okoro's face. He's just frustrated after the foul, man, because like Brunson just has his uncanny ability to think like he's going to go 100 miles an hour down the lane, stop on a dime, and then the opponent has to jump into his space, his airspace, right, while he's about to take a shot. And then right there, I felt like it was just the turning point for the Knicks where it's like, okay, the Cavs are done at this point. Yeah. They just can't stop anybody because we're just too physical of a team.
Yeah, and look, they were down a lot of firepower. No LeVert, no Allen, no Garland. So they were down a lot of firepower. Obviously, it was going to be Donovan Mitchell or bust here. And in the first half, Spider was pretty good. Coming back from his hamstring injury. He finished the game 26 points on 11 to 20 shooting. First half, it was better offense by him. And the thing about Spider is he's so crafty in splitting defenders, whether it's using the Euro step or he has that move where he brings the ball up, over his head and splits 2 defenders. He's always kind of getting sleek into the lane.
Bro.
But give credit to the Knicks in the second half. They were able to get the ball out of his hands and show that, look, there's really nobody else on the court that was going to beat him tonight.
Mitchell had a Euro step on RJ Barrett, man, and he treated RJ like a traffic cone. It was just the quickness, the lateral, his lateral movement, man. It's insane. Like he's like, it's like he goes from like the left to the right side of the court with ease, and that it's so fascinating watching him play, man, because for a small player, like his athleticism makes him play like he's 6'5", 6'6".
Yep. Absolutely. Shout out to Kenneth Lane. $5 super chat from our guy Kenneth Lane. He says 50 burger on the way. Eastern Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Jumping out the window a little bit.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. We're game 4. People are jumping out the window.
Jumping out the window a little bit, man. Jumping out the window just a little bit.
I need to wait, man. I need to wait before I start asking to jump out the window. I need to see this team really start rolling before I start saying, let's jump out the window. Because, and look, this goes back to my point on weekly, right? Because it was not a pretty overall game for the Knicks tonight. But, and look, like we said, the Cavs were down 3 of their top guns, right? But still, this team, for how ugly it is, look at the margin, man. 109-91.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a good game for the Knicks, right? Like, we've seen better from Brunson. We've seen better from Randle. Like, you talked about tale of 2 halves for Barrett, for Quick. The only guy who played consistently all the way through was Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson was good tonight as well. Got to give him a shout out. But this team is not even clicking, and they made it look, even though it felt like it wasn't it was not their A game. I could say that. And it felt like at points where it was like, they're just coasting. Like they still quite a performance for a team that felt like it was coasting for most of the game.
True indeed, man. And when you talk about the center position, again, not taking a lot of stock into the rankings, right? But the way that the writers, I forgot which specific platform, ranked the top centers in the league and put, I think Hartenstein and Mitch, I forgot where they put them, like 20, like in the third quadrant, I believe. It was pretty low. But where I'm getting at is if you just look at what these guys bring to this team, you have to factor that in. They're not going to be all-stars. They're probably never going to be they're never going to be all-stars. But their importance to this team, it means a lot. It means a lot. I thought Mitch was solid offensively, defensively. Chipped in on his putbacks as well. 15 points and rebounds combined for Mitch. And then Hartenstein kind of just brings that other element. Yeah, he'll give you a little bit of offense. Some of that you want to see from Mitch, Hartenstein is doing. And even in the first half, it's not like he just put up just monster numbers on the board, but you could just tell that his energy and his effort was better than everybody else's.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I was just like, I put it on Twitter in the first half. I was like, yo, Ihart's balling right now. And it wasn't just that, like, again, it's not like he's just putting up numbers, but his effort and his intensity just overmatched everybody else's, that he just seemed like he was the most positive contributor on the floor whenever he was out there.
When I saw Ihart in Vegas, man, and I asked him like, "How's off-season training been for you?" He was just telling me how rigorous it was. He was leaving the next day to go back. I think he told me he was going back to Texas just to go train, man. And you can see how it's paid off, man. Because last year you saw at the beginning of the season, Ihart moving a little slow, not playing up to snuff as what the fans wanted, Tibbs wanted. Now he's starting this season. Talk about a great two-way performance tonight. There was times where, Cavs players were going in. He had a deflection, found it to Hart, who was pushing out in transition. He was fighting for rebounds. He had a good rebound and passed to Josh Hart, who then had a good 2-on-1 in transition to finish with Dante DiVincenzo. The thing that I like about Hartenstein, man, is that he always keeps his head up when he grabs a rebound. He's always looking to pass out, Sometimes with Mitch, that's one of Mitch's, like, Mitch doesn't have that capability of just always thinking about to pass the rock. Like someone usually has to be, someone always has to be next to Mitch so he can hand it off.
Yeah.
Hartenstein doesn't matter, man. He does that Kevin Love thing where it's like, oh, you're out there. Let me just push it forward to you because we got to get out there quick. And that's the thing that I love about that second unit. And Isaiah Hartenstein makes that thing go as well. So he's been on one to start the season, man. I mean, we talked about RJ being, consistent offensively, being the best weapon, Mitch having a good start. Isaiah Hartenstein quietly tonight was a big monster effort for him with regards for coming off the bench, but Hartenstein quietly having a strong start to the season as well.
Yeah, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 3 free throws, 7 boards, an assist, 2 steals, 1 block. Mitch, 8 points. Oh, plus 12 for Hartenstein. Mitch, 8 points, 7 boards, 1 steal for Mitch. Had a nice deflection in the third quarter that got the Knicks out in transition as well. 4-4 from the field from Mitch. So you got 21 points from the center position, 5 Knicks in double figures, and a 109-91 victory, man. 18 points were quick off the bench. So looking solid. Let's get to the phones. Hear what the people got to say. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Hit the like button right down there below. Hit the share button. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is, and subscribe to the channel. Number one show for the fans by the fans. We did cross the 67,000 subscriber threshold, man. We still count those these days, man. 67,000. Let that sink in. 67,000 subscribers.
All I need. I wish Daniel were here because he would make the meme right now where it's a sink at the front door and the door's open. Let that sink in. I like that.
There we go. There we go, man. Let's get to my guy, Benji. Kick us off. Captain Optimism. We got to hear from him first. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Hope the newborn's doing well, Alex.
Appreciate it.
So, yeah, I mean, you got it, man. Surgical, systematic road win tonight. Did what we had to do. Obviously, Ihart, I think, has gotten to the point where he's he's pretty underrated. He's played in every single game as a Knick so far. You know, like they said on the broadcast, you know what you're getting from him. His effort was supreme tonight. Tonight was one of his best offensive games, obviously. Just want to talk about just a little, not to be a downer, but I'm a little bit worried about Josh Hart. He just doesn't look like the same. I mean, obviously he still contributed in various ways, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He's still active. He still does what he does. The confidence on the shooting looks a little weird. I don't know what it stems from. I remember when he got acquired by Portland, he played us the first game when he was on Portland. It was a road game. If you remember, it was a horrible loss of the game that we blew a couple of years ago. And he was super confident in shooting the ball. And then if you fast forward to the next season, he was shooting the ball terribly before we acquired him. So it seems like something like his confidence ebbs and flows, but he just doesn't look right out there. He played so ferociously when we acquired him at the end, towards the end of the season last year. I'm just not seeing the same element to him, but maybe he's just ramping himself up. But that's just kind of one downside. And then I thought Dante was solid tonight, man. Not really in the numbers, but 6 assists. He passed the ball well. He was kind of active. I know he's not a numbers guy, but I think he fits in really, really nicely with our team.
Yeah.
And obviously, this was one of the better performances from Julius thus far. He looked more like himself. And then last point, obviously be in the building tomorrow. Super pumped to get this sweep. Evan Mobley is baby thighs, man. He is soft. he is crazy soft, man. You can't tell me. I mean, now he finished with 6 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists, but like he had 0 impact on this game tonight. He offensively struggles, man. So
yeah.
I think he is severely overrated. But I'll let you guys go, and appreciate everything you do, and let's go get that sweep tomorrow night.
Yeah, I appreciate the call, man. I mean, 5.7 boards, 3 assists for Hart tonight. 1 of 3 from downtown, 2 of 6 from the field. Just struggling to find his offense, man. For him, it's got to come in transition and just getting those easy buckets, cutting to the basket, things of that nature. And if not, if the game becomes a very, half-court oriented game, it gets kind of muddy for him.
Yep.
So, we'll just have to see how the season progresses to see if he gets himself into a rhythm. You hope so, but offensively, sometimes it could be a little bit cluster for him.
This is not. I'm not like I think the energy more so is the thing that's lacking. Like when I watch him, he's not popping off the screen, not because of scoring, but because of his energy that we saw when he first arrived in New York last season. Because when he arrived on the Knicks, it was like he always popped on the screen, man. Like whether it was like acting like a free safety, just causing turnovers, the way he pushed the pace and just be a facilitator, the way he would attack in transition.
Yeah, obviously
knocking down threes at a stupid, crazy clip, about 50%. We all knew that wasn't sustainable, but that also stood out. I'm just not expecting him to be an offensive threat, man. I'm expecting him to be an efficient scorer when the opportunities come for him, but he isn't popping off the screen in these first 4 games. And I think it's more so that I'm accustomed to seeing him being that free safety and causing havoc on the defensive end and really getting guys involved. And I think he's just still trying to figure it out with the second unit. I mean, you got Dante DiVincenzo, who, as we saw tonight, Dante got 6 assists. He's more of a facilitator with that second unit. So it's kind of taken away what Josh Hart did last season. So maybe that's an adjustment for Josh Hart, saying, you know what, I'll let Dante do that because that's his strength. That's what he offers this game. I mean, Josh Hart still had 7 boards tonight and still got you three assists. Shooting wasn't great with the 5 points, going 2 for 6 from the field, but Josh Hart did other things well. But I'm still waiting for him to just be that energy guy that is diving for the loose ball, the guy that is, hanging back and going to get that steal midair and just be that guy that tears your heart out for opponents. That's what I'm still waiting for him to see. But it's early in the season. I think he's just trying to adjust. And I agree with Benji. I thought Dante did have a solid game tonight. I mean,
yeah.
The thing with Dante that I really liked, CP, and you let me know what you thought, is that when it was Brunson, Dante, and Hart out there, it was whenever the Knicks have to scramble after a set doesn't work, it usually goes, oh, wow, we made a tough, difficult shot somehow. or it's a turnover, wasted possession, and the opponent gets it. But when you have all three of those guys on the floor, they just operate so well in chaos, and that's refreshing.
Yeah.
Because not only can you have Dante and Hart attack out in transition, but throw Brunson out there as well. It's like, well, even though the defense is scrambling, Knicks are scrambling, there's a good chance that something good can happen with all three of those guys on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. And then especially on the offensive end, like if you're able to get those second chance points and you have Brunson, you have Dante who can get you those 3-pointers, knock those down. You have Quickly out there as well. So I want to see more of it, man. I want to see more of those guys, the Villanova trio working together. And look, you got to give Dante some time. He's got to get the ball too. Like first half, he didn't even get many touches. So he's got to get the ball. Quickly's got to find him. Hart's got to find him with that second unit. And you saw, Randle running with that unit as well. So when Randle's drawing those doubles, they got to feed him. If he's one of your best, most accurate 3-point shooters, you got to feed him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to feed him.
Absolutely. I just see a funny comment in the chat. Yeah. DNK81 says Josh is all hopped up on that breast milk. That's why he's not playing well.
Yeah, that's why. So to everybody in the chat, man, we got 1,200 people in the chat. Welcome to KnicksFanTV, man. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. Let me shout out some of the franchise channel members in the building. Shout out to Rick Pennington, Junior Karoma in here. He sent us a message early. He said, RJ's balling right now. D-Block 1755. Shout out to D-Block in here. JJ from Brooklyn. Salute to JJ. We got John in here. Who else we got? Ignacio Lobrigat, Devin Cerna. Salute. Franchise channel members in here. Heavy, man. Gotta be legend. Salute. TM salute. Travis Ware. I wonder if that's Travis Ware that played for the Knicks. Is that him? I don't know, man.
Kenny Payne was in the chat the other day. I don't know if it's a real Kenny Payne.
Kenny Payne was in the chat, bro. Kenny Payne was in the chat. Come on, man. Who else we got? Shout out to Gamma the Bard. Absolutely. Shout out to Gamma the Bard. That's family right there. He gifted Dink81 a franchise channel membership. So there we go.
Gamba is being Santa Claus so far, man. He is giving out channel memberships left and right.
Yeah,
y'all better write thank you cards to Gamba, because Gamba's doing the Lord's work right now.
We got Chris Joe, team hashtag new. Shout out to Chris Joe. KG7 Full says hashtag Viejo. There we go. Corey Mitchell said Knicks gave CP Grays in his beard. Yeah, you can say that again.
You sure it's the Knicks, or is it also the Giants nowadays?
Hey, it's a combination of all of that, man. It is, man. All right, back to the phones we go. Let's hear from Dan from Long Island. Dan, how you feeling?
What's good, fellas? Hope you guys doing well. First time me calling for the season.
I just
want to check in.
Yeah.
That's right, man. Yo, listen, first thing I got to say, and CP, you know what I'm talking about. I'm really happy that James Dolan has got his sphere going or whatever in Las Vegas. It looks wonderful from afar. But, bro, how long is it going to take him to fix the marquee in front of the Garden, bro? I think they built.
I can't even find the place,
Empire
man.
State Building quicker.
I can't even find the place. The scaffolding's all over the place. I can't even find it, man.
Bro, let me tell you something, and I'm putting this on blast for all the plaintiffs lawyers out there. If there's like a stampede in front of the Garden, bro, there's gonna be lawsuits left and right. You can't get out of there, man. You can't get out. It's crazy. So anyway, just in case anybody from the Garden's listening, man, come on, man, come on, just pay those guys what it takes, get the job done.
Yeah.
But here's my question, real quick. And I don't like to criticize the Knicks on a win, But the first thing is, if they don't win tomorrow night, then tonight meant nothing, right? You got to win tomorrow night in the back-to-back against a depleted team. The second thing is, and if you guys have addressed this, I haven't heard it yet. Not having a backup power forward concerns me. You remember on opening night, when he went to that second lineup, that small lineup, they were atrocious. He hasn't gone back with that same lineup, but what happens, God forbid, Julius has been very, he's been very healthy through his time here, whatever. But, I mean, do you think Jericho Sims needs to get some run with that second unit? In other words, they get very, very small. I know everybody says, oh, Hart plays bigger than he is. He rebounds from that, even though he's only 6'4", 6'5". But, you saw against the Celtics that was a problem. And so I don't know what you guys think. I'm very curious about that. Again, these are good problems to have. I don't want to nitpick on a night of a win. But I am a little bit concerned about the way the roster looks, So anyway, just want your thoughts. And again, and Alex, listen, go Jets, go. I'm glad they got that. It was an ugly win, but I'm happy they got it. All right, guys, have a great night. Thanks for taking the call.
Appreciate it, Dan. Definitely appreciate it.
As some would say, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty.
What, tonight's game?
No, the Jets.
I mean, look. If you guys want to claim that, hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Be my guest. Be my guest, man. The backup power forward thing, yeah, sure. I think it's an issue. They are very thin. If Julius goes down, they're cooked. Forget about them. If Julius goes down, season's over. I think Sims will be an option. I think Sims will definitely be an option. If they do play him, he's got to look for more offense. I was told that this offseason Sims was working with an offensive skills coach working on his game. That's what I was told. So seems like he's trying to, kind of jump out of that just from being just a rim runner and throwing some more sauce into his bag, if you will. So, hey, he might get that opportunity. You just never know. He'll just have to be ready.
I hope Julius doesn't go down, man.
Yeah.
That's the bigger thing, because I mean, as much as Sims can work on his game right now, it's tough to ask someone to add a lot of offensive ability during the regular season. That's more of an off-season workout. And then you come in saying, you give this guy some touches, see what he can do and whatnot. I am concerned that we don't have a true backup four that, height-wise, wingspan wise, that can compete with other fours if Julius goes down. And that's mainly the thing, because I think most of the rosters, and we'll see as the season goes on, they're going to be small. So like someone like Josh Hart could be okay for half, maybe a little bit more than half on some of the nights. But once you start facing teams like Boston, the Pelicans, that are constructed that way, that's where things start to get a little difficult, get a little more challenging. I would hope the Knicks think of a way to solve that backup four position, but at the same time, it's going to be even more difficult to do so because Tibbs is going to stick with this 9-man rotation.
Well,
so,
listen,
unless there's a trade coming to shuffle the deck, that's the other issue that is in this path, where if you want a traditional four, is Tibbs going to go to a 10-man rotation, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think he likes the 9-man rotation that he has right now. But conversely, if he sticks with this 9-man rotation and there is no other traditional four, then you better hope that Julius stays healthy the entire season.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, man. And salute to all of our new franchise channel members. Al, I don't know if you've seen that franchise channel member graphic, man. It's looking pretty good. Shout out to Rudy, Tay, Jay from PR. I switched it out. I was rocking with the Porzingis gift for a little while. We had to get that out of there. So we got Melo. We got Melo this time. We got Melo. There we go. And speaking of Melo, we got Steve Novak on the show, man. Shout out to Novocaine. Make sure you guys tap into the Steve Novak interview, man. Steve Novak joined KnicksFanTV. We chopped it up on the Knicks tape era, today's Knicks, and then we did a preview of the Knicks versus the Bucks. That's part 2 of the interview. That will come out on Thursday. But for today, the Knicks portion of it, when Novak relives the Knicks tape days, we got that interview up on the channel right now, so make sure you tap into that. And then Thursday we will have the we will have part 2 of the conversation and preview the Knicks versus Bucks series. But when you mention the size issue and Hart, well, we're gonna see right to it. We're gonna get right to it on Friday.
Oh boy,
we're gonna get right to it on Friday as the in-season tournament kicks off. Brunson, Dame Dollars, Randle versus the Freak. We're going to see. We're going to see. And Tibbs is going to have to play some chess out there with Adrian Griffin because when he's bringing out combinations, Lopez, Giannis, Portis, Lopez. Let's see.
Hey, and
how
look,
much minutes is Julius going to have to play that game? You can't cover everybody.
And look, CP, when we look at the top two teams in the East, when it's the Celtics and the Bucks, they got traditional fours, backups, and starters. And they can do what you just said. They can shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
And if you want to compete, if you're the Knicks and you're thinking ahead, maybe it's not this season. Maybe it's just this year. Let's see if we can continue this success with what we have with this continuity. Looking ahead, you got to think about that backup four position because Bucks are going to be here for a minute. Celtics are going to be here for a minute. Mm-hmm. And if you want to make a deep playoff run, if you're really serious about it, you're going to need that versatility, whether it's adding another wing, whether it's adding somebody at the four that can cover multiple positions. You got to get that. You got to go into the draft or something like that, or find somebody through free agency, you do a trade, whatever, because that needs to be solved. I mean, we're so undersized. I mean, I'm listening to the broadcast on TNT. They're like, the Knicks are a really small team when it comes to the second unit. And I'm like, you ain't wrong.
Yeah.
That's a challenge, man. That's going to be a challenge moving forward.
Absolutely. No question about it, man. Shout out to Jono de Rivera, Al, checking in from the Philippines. Salute to our friends over there in the PI, big time basketball fans. His question is, do you think we could acquire one of the forwards, Marcus Morris, KJ Martin, Robert Covington, that the Sixers got from the Clippers? And what they're referring to is early this morning it was announced a Harden saga.
How early
over.
This morning, CP?
It was very early. I woke up this morning. I was like, damn, they just, Woj bomb early in the night.
See, it was 2 a.m. Did you hear the story? Keith Smith tweeted the story of what happened to Woj today when he was tweeting that thing. He was apparently at an airport ready to fly out to LA, and he had to not catch the flight because he had to stay on the phone in the airport to break down the entire deal of what was happening and relay it. And then he was there long enough where the airport asked him to leave since he was not catching a flight.
Unbelievable. They showed Woj
all for the tweet at 2 a.m.
All
CP.
for the Woj bomb. All for the Woj bomb. Nah, I was asleep, thankfully. I wasn't waiting up for that. But anyway, we're going to talk more about that trade tomorrow on the NBA Report. Special guest Bobby Marks of ESPN is going to be joining us, so we're going to break that down. But in regards to their question, can we get one of those guys? I mean, I would have to think that Morey's going to keep those guys. That's good depth for them. I did think they got good depth pieces in that trade. No, they didn't get Terrence Mann, and they didn't get Norman Powell. But I still think they got some good depth in Morris, Batum, KJ Martin. I think is a great pickup for them. Nice, young, talented, athletic with upside. That's a good pickup. Covington's a scrapper. So I think they're going to hold on to that or keep some of those pieces for the next move because Morey's going to make the next move. Because now that he's got Harden up out of here, now he's got to worry about keeping Embiid. So that's going to be the next thing. So those guys will either get kept to help the team win or to get some more pieces or to get another big piece to put with Maxey, who's on his way to stardom, and then Embiid.
He's balling right now.
Yeah.
Maxey's balling.
Yep.
I think to your point, Morey's not going to trade unless it's to get another star in return or to get some draft capital to go make even a subsequent move afterwards. But that would be a team that you should be knocking on the door and see who could you get. If you can get Marcus Morris, have him come back to the Knicks, that'd be cool because he had a good season with the Knicks, familiarity with Julius Randle and RJ. That'd be a good move. But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. No question about it. Speaking of Marcus Morris, man, I got to show you something before the show is over. I was digging in the archives of this weekend and found something crazy. But I'll show you in a second. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy CP and Alex on the ones and twos. 1,400 people on the check-in now. 1,400 strong. Let's get those likes up. We should be getting up to 1,000 likes right now. Matter of fact, if we get up to 1,000 likes, I'm going to give something away tonight.
Oh, you're going to give something away?
I'm going to give something away tonight from the Knicks home opener. A lot of you guys weren't in the building. When a lot of you guys maybe not in New York or couldn't get to the game, I got something for you from the Knicks home opener. If we get it up to 1,000 likes tonight, somebody's going home with that one tonight.
1,000 likes.
Shipping it out tomorrow. Get up to 1,000 likes, man. Let's get those likes up. Hit the like button.
We just got 2 more likes. Went to 348. Come on, guys. Got 1,000 in here. You got 1,400 in here. You got to all hit the like button. How do you not want free gear? How do you all not want a chance for free gear? That's insane.
We got some good stuff to give away, man. We got some good stuff to give away. Shout out to Young Kobe. Young Kobe, $10 super chats is one thing for certain. Tibbs don't like Fournier. Not sure why RJ's the first one subbed out. When he starts getting hot, he left Randle in and Brunson in with 5 minutes left in a blowout. Good win, though. Well, that's a good question. I didn't hear whether he was asked about leaving those guys in. I was watching the post-game presser. I'm looking on Twitter right now to see if there's any comments from Tibbs in that regard. I don't know, Al, what do you think about that? I mean, I just think it's maybe because those guys are kind of off to a slow start, maybe he just wanted to let them continue playing, get more into a rhythm, and carry that onward to tomorrow's game.
Still early in the season, man. We're talking about game 4. I think it's partially that. I think it's partially to the fact that, yes, these guys are in a slow start. Let's get them as much rhythm as possible. But let's also keep it real. This new NBA, it was 5 minutes left. And Randle came in for not even a full minute, and he went right back out. But the thing is that 20 points, even though you're up 20 points, in 5 minutes, anything could change. So I also understand, and they were talking about this on the broadcast too, and they said, I think it was Stan Van Gundy who was on the other mic. He was like, I would have done the same thing because in today's NBA, 20 points is not enough with 5 minutes to go to secure the lead. So once it got down to 4, Tibbs was like, all right, we're able to get out of here. We got some smooth sailing. And that's what you saw what happened. He started calling guys out. McBride came in. Jeffries came in. So it's like, I'm not too upset about it because they weren't in there for that long.
Yeah.
I'd be a little bit more concerned if it was 2 minutes to go. Our starters are still in. We got another game tomorrow that you're flying home from. That would be more concerning. But I'm not concerned about that decision right now.
True indeed, man. And shout out to my guy, Young Kobe. Young Kobe, man. You know, when it comes to the KFTV watch parties, man, there's nobody who's a more frequent attendee than Young Kobe, man. And for you guys at home, you got to join Young Kobe, join CP the franchise, join the KFTV family at the Dean this Friday in season tournament time. Game 1, Knicks versus Bucks, new jerseys, new courts. A new season, if you will. And we're going to be at the D, man, getting it rocking. Sponsored by Don Julio Tequila, Kettle One Vodka. We can say the name, Al. They sponsored the show. They sponsored the event. So we do put some respect on their name. Complimentary Don Julio and Kettle One for the first 150 people. We got happy hour deals, live DJ, game audio. We got everything they need. Multiple TVs, not a bad seat in the house. And just a good time and a vibe, man. Go to KFTVWatch.com to RSVP. It's free with RSVP. And we'll see you guys on Friday, man. In-season tournament. Looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it, bro.
I'm upset I'm not going to be there, man.
Yeah.
The watch parties are lit. They are so much fun.
Watch parties are rocking.
And like you and Young Kobe, you got to be dripped out when you go show up, man.
Absolutely.
Go in your finest orange and blue gear.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah. It is an event. Did you? How about the Knicks court? We didn't talk about this we talked about this on NBA Report, but not on KFTV. How about the Knicks court for the in-season tournament?
Nasty. I know. I don't like it, man. I do not like an orange court. I'm sorry. I am sorry. A neonish orange court is not what I'm like. Oh boy, let me turn on the TV. I'm going to have to turn down the brightness of my TV. and it's turned down pretty low right now. So I can't. This is I do not like this court at all, man, at all. At least it's not the Pelicans court, but I don't like this court at all. What do you think about it?
I got to give it a chance. I got to see what it's looking like up close and personal. I got to give it a chance. That's all I'll say. I'll give it a chance.
You're gonna give it a chance.
Yeah.
But that is for you, because usually in the past you'd be like, I hate this. This is it.
Yeah, but then
it's growth.
but then I say that about every City Edition jersey, and then I got one of each hanging up in the closet right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to give it a chance.
So wait, you're telling me you're gonna get this year's City Edition jersey?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This guy's like, I can't.
I hate it.
You know, and
the double font will probably make me go blind. My eyes are bad already. Yeah, I'm gonna have one.
And then you're gonna rock it out there, be like, look at this. You like this jersey? Look at the pinstripes. Good God.
Right. Yeah. That's just me, man. Got to see what's going on. There we go. So to my guy Abdul from San Diego. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D is in the building as well. Salute. 1,500 on the check-in. Let's get those likes up. 1,000 likes. We're doing a giveaway. Don't want to miss it. Lance from Georgia. Let's go to Georgia, man. Lance, what's going on? Lance.
Hello?
Lance.
Hello?
Yo.
Hello? Hello?
All right, let's try it again. Lance, you're on.
Hello?
All right, let's get him up out of here. Jason from the Bronx. Jason, what's going on? Jason from BK.
Hey, what's going on, Alex? EP, what's up?
Good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good. After a great W like this, extremely happy, man. Just a couple of things just to get out the way. I was really happy with the way we were playing today. I was really cool and happy with how Brunson was playing in the beginning. And RJ, too, he was really outstanding to me. I thought that was really fun to watch. The first few games, I feel like he's really taken a little bit of a leap. He seems more spry to me and a little bit more quick with his decisions, and I think that's really going to help long term, especially probably late down in the playoffs. But one thing I do have to say, though, one thing I'm a little bit concerned with and have to nitpick with this game is I feel like we were a little bit off when it came to our defense in the second half. In the first half, we were playing traditional Knicks defense, just making sure nobody could score in the paint, which was great. But in the second half, we realized, hey, Donovan is cooking us right now. He has 20. So we started blitzing him, doubling him, and that led to a lot of open three-pointers. Luckily, we weren't playing a team that was, like, competent, so that's great. Minivan and Max Strus, they were kind of, like, off today, so that was pretty cool. But if we were playing with Bucks, the Celtics, I can imagine just everybody just lighting it up. And I think that once we start to communicate a little bit better on the defensive end, when it comes to just blitzing or any double teams that we throw at any star that we face in the future, that the communication end is going to be extremely important. Yeah. And that was actually shown in a possession here, too. There was one specific possession that I can't remember who had the ball in their hand, but we were flying around, and then we ended up being able to contest at the end. I think it was IQ who contested the shot by Max Strus, and that was very promising. But once we start to get ourselves locked in and get to know each other a little bit more with Dante beating out there, I think we're going to be more solid at that end.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man.
For sure.
Jason for BK, man. First-time caller. Salute, Jason. Salute to Jason. Let's go to Queens. Miles from Queens. Miles, what's good?
What's up, guys? What's up? How you doing? Yo, so two quick takes.
Yep.
RJ, I want to say I commend him. I think really staying out of the media, working on his game every year. I think his floor is like Tobias, and I'll be happy with that, honestly. We can tell he's not like Maxey. He's not like that, but I commend him for his work ethic. But my main thing I want to get to right here is Quentin Grimes, all right? Quentin Grimes and Mitchell Robinson. I think these are the two players that we have on our Knicks that are actually low IQ players. And hear me out on this. So I feel like Quickly, right next to Jalen Brunson, is the best starting backcourt that we have. Grimes, he has a talent. He doesn't have the decision-making. You can see when Quick is on the floor, he knows how to make decisions. He's commanding the offense. Him and Brunson, in a few years working together, I can actually see that being Maxey light, if anything. And we can see what Maxey's doing right now. Grimes, And look at Mitchell Robinson. He doesn't have the dog in him. Look at what we passed up on Jalen during, right? So I just feel like these two players, this is our trade package. I don't think it should be Donovan Mitchell. We're cooking him every time. It's just not the way to go. This is not who we waited 10 years for. Like really, try to get someone who we can't beat. We're not going to get someone that we keep beating. So that's all, guys. Keep it easy. Appreciate y'all.
All right, appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and disagree with
Everything
that he just said.
Everything.
But thanks for the call. Call back anytime.
Good God. How many nights do we come on here and be like, what was Quick thinking with that shot selection? Why was Quick missing guys? We can go back to the Pelicans game. He was doing that with the second unit. There were some shots I was like, what are we doing over here? And that's just also been throughout IQ's career. And then Mitch, I don't know how we're attacking Mitch. I mean, Mitch has limitations, but defensively, he's awesome. And for where he came from, awesome. Awesome for how he's developed so far.
Yeah, I don't think you can't conflate. It's not. I wouldn't even say physical limitations. I just you can't conflate his inability to generate his own offense with being a low IQ player. I don't think those are not the same things.
Their roles are just also different.
Roles are different.
And I think that's the biggest thing is that Grimes is asked to be a 3-and-D player, and in that starting rotation, he is low on the pecking order. It is Brunson, Randle, depending on who has it going, RJ, Grimes, Mitch, and even Grimes and Mitch can be interchanged too because based on who's performing well, what's going on that who the opponent is. It's just not the same as Quick. Quick, once he gets on the floor for the second unit, he has the ultimate green light to shoot. Ultimate. How do we know that? Because there are shots that we are saying, why are you taking that shot? And Tibbs still allows him to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Granted, Quick is one of our better shooters, one of our better scorers, but their roles are just completely different. It's not even the same to compare Grimes and IQ. And then, for Mitch, I'm like, I don't know. The one thing that you're telling me that RJ could be Tobias Harris. That's interesting. Tobias is a good shooter.
Yeah. Different roles.
Different games.
Yeah.
Different games.
Yeah. Chat was making tomatoes. They're making ketchup out of that young man. But call back anytime.
For sure.
I think Cody Block was insulted a little bit. Cody Glock was insulted. So much so that he's calling in on the Discord. Cody Glock, go ahead and I'll mute your mic.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Cody Glock. Cody Glock go once. Cody, are you there? Oh, he unmuted his mic. I think he's so upset he's speechless right now.
I would be too.
Yeah.
If I were Cody.
Yeah. All right, we'll get him out of there and see if he comes back. Shout out MC Nick 7, $20 super chat. Salute. This is KFTV with CP Alex and JD is special and official. Great NYK content all the time. Thank you for all that you do. Go New York Knicks 23-24. Salute, man. Salute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, who else we got in here, man? Let's go to Corey Lindsay from New York. Corey, what's going on?
What's going on, CP the franchise?
Franchise,
How you doing, bro?
franchise, sir. Franchise, no R,
franchise.
Sir.
My bad.
Yes. Yeah.
My bad. What's going on, baby?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Yes, I would just want to say, I know everybody's happy that the Knicks were able to bounce back during the ugly loss against the Pelicans that happened last Tuesday. The back-to-back night, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And they were holding, with that loss that they had against the Pelicans, it was not that bad because they didn't let them get 100 points. And I was saying that long as they could keep them under 100 points, regardless if they win or lose, it's going to give them a chance to still win games. At least they're not being badly outscored.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, listen, at the end of the day, as it takes time for their offense to come together, they got to lead with their defense. They held the Cavs to a one-man show, held them to 16 points in the third quarter, 28 points off the Cavs, 15 turnovers. You know, some of those things had led to the Knicks win on the defensive end.
Oh, yes, indeed. And I was wondering, like, because I know with these back-to-back games that the team they just beat, now, I know this surprised me because I checked on the ESPN injury report for between Cleveland and New York.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised that Garland was out, Jarrett Allen was out,
Mm-hmm.
Ty Jerome was out,
yeah.
and Donovan Mitchell was questionable.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is not looking good for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because if they went home-
I mean, this early in the season, you got a lot of guys out. I mean, you watching this Suns and Spurs game on TNT, and they're saying there's no timetable for Devin Booker and Bradley Beal to come back. So Cleveland's got injuries, Suns got injuries. It's very early, man, and a lot of guys are not even available. You know, not even available, man. See if Cody Glock's ready. Cody Glock, let's go. Unmute your mic on the Discord. Do we have him on the Discord? All right, this could be us glitching on the Discord. So let me close it out. I'll get it back going. And in the meantime, let's hear from Kenyan from Brooklyn. Kenyan, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's early in the season. I see it's early in the show in regards to your calls or whatever. But I was calling in regards to the mindset of Knicks fans, right?
Yeah.
To me, you should just rock with the roster you currently have.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. You wait till about 20 games in to see how the team looks to really judge the team. But I think the Knicks would be optimal if RJ is the first or second option offensively. Like, if Randle could withstand his ego and just play third fiddle, I think that's best for the team. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, RJ's certainly making a case, but look, it's tough, man. You're going to take the ball out of Julius Randle's hands. What do you really have?
I'm not saying take the ball out of Julius Randle's hands, right? But I'm looking at the shot attempts per game, right?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with Barrett and Brunson taking 20 shots each a game. If Randle got to sacrifice 5 or 6 shots and just be more efficient with the shots he do take, I think the team is a more optimum team that way with this roster. But personally, RJ's 23 years old. I think he said his ceiling or whatever Tobias has. I think RJ's going to be legit in this league. I mean, he may not have the athleticism, like outstanding athleticism, like a lot of these other star players, but he still gets his. Like, he's a scorer. I think RJ is perfect for New York. So I'm saying if you're going to make any trades, make a trade when somebody really, really good becomes available. But you may have a couple of assets on your team right now that if quickly and RJ take that next jump, the Knicks will be fine.
Okay. We appreciate the call, man.
All right, cool.
My guy Kenyan from Brooklyn on the check-in. Al, you said you watched the game on TNT. You didn't catch it on MSG?
Nah, because I'm out here in Beantown and you get League Pass. If it's on the local broadcast, they're going to post it on the local broadcast. So TNT is the only thing that was available to me.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just got a question about the call a few calls ago. He called you it didn't even sound like the franchise. It sounded like the franchise. Like it was like a mix between French fries and the franchise.
It was kind of like French fries. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea. I have no idea what was happening. All I can say is this. CP to franchise, CP to franchise, CP to French fries. Don't matter. Knicks in 4.
Knicks in 4. That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll.
But I kind of feel like that Julius is kind of doing that, though, to Kenyan's point, right? Like, tonight, Randle took 14 shots. You had Barrett, who took 13.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I look at, like, the previous games, it seems like Randle, he's recognizing his shots not falling. He's kind of trying to be more of a facilitator and just a rebounder because his shot's not dropping as it did last season. So I feel like I think he's open to the idea. I mean, even when you listen to him on Paul George's podcast, he's like, he talks about he wants like help on the team. Like, he doesn't necessarily want to be the guy who's the number one option and having to do all the work. So I feel like he's open to the idea. And I think we've kind of seen that through the first couple of games. Obviously, we need more games to get a larger sample size, but kind of feel like Randle's doing that right now.
Well, yeah, I think he's kind of in between, trying to get guys involved and trying to get going himself. To give RJ the keys right this second. Just let's see what happens tomorrow. Just let's see what happens tomorrow. That's all I'll say. But let's see what happens tomorrow.
Oh man, that's great for both Randle and RJ.
Yeah. Well, for Randle, tomorrow's got to come sooner than later for him. He's got to pick it up, or else the team doesn't. I don't know if this team has that much of a chance. Even though I like the way RJ's playing, I just feel like Randle. Who impacts winning more? I think it's Randle, because he's more of a consistent and can be a devastating isolation threat. RJ hasn't proven that yet, night in and night out. Randle has a bigger bag.
That
it was almost a flagrant 3.
That was pretty flagrant, bro.
Yeah, I almost left my own show. But it is,
Nah, that's true. Like Randle is a better isolation scorer than RJ, but I still think like on a night-to-night basis, we could see like what we've seen through the last couple of games. If RJ's cooking and not Randle, I think he's trying to at least be open to the idea of not trying to force it and take shots away where it could be detrimental to the team. And if he is going, then RJ would have to take a backseat because Randle's a better isolation scorer than RJ at this point in his career.
Cody Glock in the building. Let's try it again. All right, no, it's not us, man. I think it's Cody. Let me just make sure real quick. Once again, check. Yeah, Cody Glock, that's you tonight, man. Yeah, you gotta try again, man. All right. Did we get Corey Lindsey again already? I think we did. Did we? We got Corey Lindsey on the phones. Did you call in already?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night, sir.
Thanks.
All right. It's Corey Lindsey. I could have sworn we talked to him already. I was just, just going through
How
the
tired
motions.
are you, bro? How tired are you?
Just one of those nights, man. It's the first time.
How many shows did you do today, CP?
I'm trying to ramp up like the Knicks, man. We got NBA report tomorrow. Bobby Marks coming on the show. Got to catch up, man. Tap into the NBA report, man. Great show.
Need to go get your beauty rest for tomorrow. Woo, can't have you be doing this.
Yes, absolutely, man. One other thing, Al. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Couple more housekeeping items. You got the Novak interview out right now. You got the KFTV watch party also this Friday at the Dean. Go to KFTVwatch.com. And also, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, man, the Jalen Brunson extravaganza. Jalen Brunson in-person signing at Dave & Buster's Palisades Center. Thursday, November 9th, 7 p.m., once again at Palisades Center, and hosted by CP the Franchise, man. Presented by my guys at Forzano Law Firm. Make sure you check out Forzano Law Firm, man. The top injury attorneys out in the tri-state area, the New York area. Make sure you tap in with my guys Anthony and David from Forzano Law. Shout out to Mike Elite. We will have music by DJ Chef. Tickets are available at halloffamesignings.com. So get your tickets at halloffamesignings.com. Jalen Brunson, CP the Franchise. Gonna be a great one. Autograph signing event at Palisades, man. Young Kobe says he's in the building. Young Kobe, let's go. All right, there we go.
You better get a good night's sleep before that interview. Good God.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be ready, man.
We're gonna have to. We gotta listen to TM right now. He's throwing out the hashtag. Let Alex host tonight. Man. I think what's in that wine glass of yours? What's in that wine glass? Let me take the wheel for a second. Let me be the conductor tonight.
Yeah, man. One of those nights. Who else we got in here? Salute to. Let's see. Let's get back to our stuff here. We got MC Knicks. Salute to Omazon1, franchise channel member. Salute to him. Salute. Christian B, franchise channel member, $5 super chat says CP, the franchise is just as bad as RJ being called Andre.
Oh my God! Oh, did you hear about that?
No. What was that?
This was on TNT. Kenny Smith called RJ Barrett Andre Barrett.
Wow.
You can't make it up, man. The TNT crew, man. Oh, Chuck was going in. He was like, "Oh, you got to move Julius Randle because you can't have him." He's like, "You got to do something to improve the team." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And like he was holding it down for a second, but then he's like, "You know who they need to go get? They need to go get Karl Anthony Towns." I was like, "Oh my good God!"
That's when the car just started going off the road.
No, that's
Charles.
Where it's like, "Yo, what? Get out! Get it off the bus right now!"
No, Charles,
bro.
Okay,
you have Andre Barrett.
He was right on the Randle stuff, but everything else was like, all right.
Then you go Chuck being like, "Yo, go get Cat," and I'm like, "Good God, man!"
Andre Barrett, that's funny. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Reek, franchise channel member Reek of 7 months says, "What is going on with Quentin Grimes?" I don't know. What's wrong with Quentin Grimes? Took 4 shots, 5 points. That's his role right now. Look at the big three. Look at the shot selection, the big three. 13 for RJ, 14 for 16 for Brunson, 14 for Julius. I don't know.
Hey, it's tough, man, because I do want to see Grimes get more shots.
Yeah.
I think he needs. I really want to see him get more run with the second unit, man. Like, I really want to see him get more run with the second unit and get that opportunity just to put up shots, and let's see what he's worked on this offseason. But it is backlogged with all the guards, man. Backlogged.
Crowded field right now, man. It's
the thing is, like, he's doing his job well. Like,
yeah,
for what he's asked to do, he is doing it well. It's tough, man.
Yep.
And what's even crazier is that he had more responsibility before Josh Hart got here last season. Then that got muted because Josh Hart's here. Now you throw Dante into the mix, and it's like, good. Oh
yeah.
My goodness. It's just it's so tough right now.
Right. Absolutely, man. Let's go to Terrence from New York. Terrence, what's going on? Hello. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Just wanted to say the Knicks are doing good. What are we, 2-2 right now?
2-1.
2-1. Great. I just want to say the Knicks are doing good. I like what they're doing right now. To be honest, I feel like we should get rid of Barrett if we can when it comes to the trade.
He says the Knicks are doing good, and then asks how they doing.
I don't know, man. I just it depends. I just feel like I don't know if Randle fits this team or if we're just
Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm just not too sure about him, but I like him as a player, but I just don't know if he fits his team too well.
Got it. Well, I think that's a question we've been trying to figure out for, the last 5 years of his tenure here. Appreciate the call. Just figure it out.
You know what I don't know?
Yeah.
I don't know about that caller.
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure, man.
He asked you how the team's doing. He believed you. You messed with him. 2-1. He
goes. Knicks are doing well, man. What's the record again? 2-2. Yeah, they're doing good, man. Shout out to Terrence, man. Call back anytime, man.
Oh my goodness.
Call back anytime. So we have second night of back-to-back tomorrow, and then you got the Bucks on Friday. I mean, look, if you feel like these two teams are even though I think the Knicks are still a better team at full strength, but they're still going to be hovering around each other in the standings if they continue to and they stay relatively healthy over the course of the 82 games. This is a game you want to win.
Yeah.
This is a game that you want to win in the standings.
Exactly. Get out right now while they're hurt. Win that game because you don't want to have to come down to tiebreakers and stuff like that. This team's trying to compete. I mean, there are other analysts who have the Cavs. So win it tomorrow. Call it a day. Don't even give him a shot. Just take care of business tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
Take care of business tomorrow. You don't need any of that because there are analysts out there who are like, they see the Cavs as the third best team in the East, and it's like, well, go take care of business, New York Knicks, if you're trying to get good positioning.
You only play them 3 times. Take advantage. You know, because as you're scrapping, when you get into February and March, you're going to look back and be like, oh, shoot, like either we won the first 2 already, we won the series already, or we lost it. You'll find out early. You have a chance to win the season series tomorrow. So
and you don't want to take
and
you don't want to take that gamble that everyone's healthy the second time and you're missing players.
Right. So you have a chance to win this series tomorrow by putting these guys away early. So get it done. You know, don't even play around, man. Don't even play around. The third matchup is March 3rd in Cleveland. So,
you going out there?
No, sir.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm good. If the playoffs come back around, I'll think about it. But I'm bringing my own. I'm bringing my own sandwiches.
Not even a firm yes, I'm going back if it's the playoffs. Be like,
the playoffs come around, I'll think about
it.
And I'm bringing my own sandwiches.
Why don't you just bring your own pie? Just take it on
everything.
the plane, man.
Everything.
You know, your Italian grandmother can't be rolling around in her grave.
Yeah. Can't be. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Bring my own joints, man. Peanut butter, jelly, bun and cheese, some oatmeal and ramen noodles, everything.
Bun and cheese.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I'm
April time. It's right around the bun and cheese time is playoff time, man.
Exactly.
If you know, you know. Andrew HCP's brown bagging it to Cleveland. Imagine at the game, I just pull out a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. People be looking at me like, yo, what's going on over here? Hey, people.
Better than what you guys got here.
Better than what you guys got going on here. Oh, man, gotta have some fun with it. So to everybody in the chat, hit that thumbs up on it for you boys. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. Knicks win 109-91 in Cleveland. Knicks big 3 coming through and getting the job done when they needed to, man. 19 for Brunson, 16 for RJ, 19 and 10 for Julius. You got a nice solid performance from Isaiah Hartenstein. 13 points, 7 boards, 2 steals, 1 block, 5 of 10 shooting from the field. And then you got our guy Quick. Good bounce back game for Quick. 18.6 of 11 from the field. 36 from downtown. Donovan Mitchell, one-man show for the Cavaliers. 26 points for Mitch. 11 to 20 from the field, but the Knicks were able to slow him down, especially because I think he had close to 20 points going into the half, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they were able to slow him down pretty well. Mm-hmm. And so that was a good job by them. Their bench really had nothing going. The kid Porter, Craig Porter, had a couple of nice moments there.
Yep.
But other than that, Niang had his moments, but not much. Not much from Strus. I thought Strus was going to have a better showing there. And Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley, I think maybe it's more wishful thinking of a year 3 leap than what's really there.
I think the thing for him, man, is that he needs just to put on some muscle. He's still too thin, man. For him to play the 4 and even tonight to play the 5, you're asking a lot for him to play the 5 without any muscle. So he just gets bullied. He's not going to have that type of impact. At the 4, it's fine because you can play players that are more finesse, but for the most part, if you're playing center, you need to be physical, you need to be strong. But I'd say just give him time, man. I think he's the type of guy that's going to take time just to grow into his body. So
needs a little more time.
Yeah.
Needs a little more time. Because right now, he's no match for Block Ness or Hartenstein.
Not even close.
Not even close.
He's probably wishing like, yo, Jarrett Allen, I need you back, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do this. And just when you think you had a break, Evan Mobley, just when you think you had a break, Isaiah Hartenstein comes out there and be like, nah, not tonight.
There you go. All right, let's get a couple more in here, man. Rapid fire. Let's go. Bavin from New York. Let's go.
What's up, CP? Appreciate having me on. Just want to talk about, I feel like we don't give Randle's contract enough credit. It's a good contract, $29 million a year. That's what gives us the option to kind of go out and look for a guy plus our draft picks. And I think we got to give that credit to the front office for that. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, they definitely got a little deal on the contract. We'll see what happens when it's time to renew and where they are and where the Knicks are. So that's fair. I think Brunson and Randle's contracts are pretty cheap.
Brunson's for sure.
Brunson's for
Couldn't agree
sure.
more on Brunson's. And then RJ is just a little expensive, I got to say, but he's someone we're developing. I like that. We're going to keep him.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate the call, man.
That's all. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Bavin from New York. A lot of first-time callers, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Call in anytime, man. Angel from Newark.
Oh, no.
Angel, yep. No more speakerphone, buddy. Angel from Newark. Let's go.
Hey, how you doing, CP? What's going on, Alex? Good win tonight. A little concerned about Jalen Brunson. Seeing that he's looking a little labor playing the game because maybe because he was playing that the FIFA
World Cup,
FIBA
FIBA World Cup.
A little tired. Yeah, the World Cup. So yeah, I'm a little concerned. Like he doesn't look like himself. Yeah, I went to a preseason game, the Wizards, where Pooh put up 40 points against him, and I was a little shocked because Brunson didn't look like himself. He didn't look like himself throughout these games. You know, he played well on against Atlanta. I get that, but he just doesn't look like himself. I don't know if it's because, you know, he's getting too much burn or whatever the case is. But yeah, I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah. That's fair. It's fair. But I think we just need more time to see. You know, you need more time to see. Remember when the FIBA stuff was happening and Fournier was saying, well, usually, you know, later in the year you feel it. By December time, you kind of feel it. So let's see. I mean, I think on a night like tonight, I give some credit, or you got to give some credit to Okoro as well. I thought Okoro's defense, thought he was pesky tonight. And so sometimes you got to work, man. You got to work for it. But in the second half, Brunson he got into his bag for sure. Again, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Same matchup.
For sure. I mean, to be fair to Brunson, right? If we're giving credit to Okoro, let's also look at the guys that Brunson's had to play from the start, right? You had potentially one of the best defensive backcourts of the Boston Celtics. You then get an easy matchup against the Atlanta Hawks. You then have to go face the New Orleans Pelicans, who have a lot of wingspan and height. And then tonight you got Isaac Okoro on you. This is not easy. Like, to start the season to go off against those guys who are known for their defense, it's tough. And for as good as Brunson is, he still, you know, for tonight, did a solid job, especially in the second half. But guys to also take some time to get their games going throughout the regular season. And look, he did play FIBA. You talked about Evan Fournier said, you know, you start to feel in December around that time. I just say be patient. That's it. Be patient. I'm not really that concerned about Brunson. I think he'll find his flow. I think he found his flow.
True indeed. True indeed. J Boogie, close the show. Let's go.
Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's, blessings, health, and happiness to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Hope everybody had a great off season. Hope everybody had a great summer. Hope you did something for yourself and your family and treated yourself because you deserve that. Real quick, it's been a minute since I've even talked to my man Alex. I just want to say to him, congratulations to you and your queen. God makes a great choice when he picked men like you and a lot of other men to become fathers. Salute to you. Now let's get back to the night. Tonight was the beginning of the dustpan. What that mean, the dustpan? Tomorrow I'm looking for the broom in the back-to-back night, the night sweep. This is what I need. This is what I need to jump off the season, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to look like we got 2 road homes. One of them is in Atlanta and one of them is in Cleveland. Now we heading back to the crib. Let them see what it feels like to play back-to-back after playing, you know what I'm saying, in a building a hostile environment against a tough team. Tomorrow, we got experience because we did that with New Orleans coming off Atlanta, so we got a little bit of experience of playing back-to-back. Handle your business and do what we got to do. I love what's going on with the team. Everything is starting to form up and come into its place. We can't rush this thing. Things is going to format and get a whole lot better. This is Jalen Brunson's second year with the team, so he got more leadership. Now, everybody, on Julius about his offensive scoring. Forget the offensive scoring. Y'all know how Julius work out during the all season. He works out very hard. He hasn't had that time to do that because of the injury. But more importantly, the man got 4 straight double. That's 4 of them back to back all together. And look at RJ. Go ahead, I'm going to jump straight out the window. I'm going to go ahead and put RJ up there in my top 5 right now, leading candidates for most improved players right now early. Because if RJ pop off like we all want him to pop off for them other years, we're going to have a whole lot of good things happening for our team. You ain't going to be able to double up on Brunson like y'all talking about the core. We don't care about that. Cleveland been trying to double up him. We went through that last year. But if RJ is popping off doing what he's doing and Julius is learning how to read and he's willing to pass the ball, rock the ball, you know what I'm saying, do what he's doing, and Monster Mitch is still doing what he's doing and he's bigger and stronger, Hartenstein backing him up, you know what I'm saying? We come on, Grimes. We still waiting on. We got patience for you. That's your spot. That's your 2 spot. You know what I'm saying? Coach gave you that last year. So we still waiting on you. But everybody is format. Dante is starting to get a little bit more relaxed in what's going on. IQ, he's hungry. He playing for the Knicks and he playing for the league. He hungry for his paycheck. Everything is going to happen in a minute. Don't worry about Josh Hart. I know what's wrong with Josh Hart. I was in the tunnel at the Atlanta game, hanging out with the squad and everything. Josh is just going through a little slight injury that he's playing through, you know what I'm saying? So everything is going to be all right with the team. But I'm waiting to see what's going to happen against this Milwaukee. Yeah, I think we was the first team that played on the ESPN. Now we the first team playing in this new tournament thing. I need to go upside Milwaukee's head. This is what I look like. I ain't worried about Philly no more. They don't broke up. We more closer than about to pass Philly and getting more closer to them top-notch team. But now it's time to start proving to everybody that we here, you know what I'm saying? Just keep believing and having faith with the team. I'm trying to figure out to find a way how to get to that Clipper game because y'all know PJ's my man, but the Knicks is my squad. So I might be up in that building Monday night, you know what I'm saying? But I want everybody to continue on doing what you're doing. Stay healthy, stay safe. More importantly, shout out to everybody in the chat. Keep rocking, keep doing what you're doing. And shout out to my brother Chuck D. In a minute, me and him going to release something for y'all. Salute, 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 3 capital S's.
J Boogie closes the show. Hey, man, we got another one tomorrow. Knicks versus Cavs on the return match at MSG. So make sure you guys tap into that. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. $5 super chat says Julius will be okay. Remember the ankle injuries were last season, but this year and just a few months ago in real time, our chemistry will be form around. We'll form around. Absolutely. Salute to everybody who sent in a super chat. Fugazi $5 super chat says, I know it's early in season, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Randle. Give him some time, man. Just give Julius some time, man. Shout out to Edward Flood, franchise channel member. He says, why can't iHeart play some backup for? Great passer. Yeah, but who you gonna play Sims out there? It's a different look. Shout out to Jamaica Queens 22. Appreciate the support. Guys, remember that this show is available in audio podcast format, man. No reason to miss it. We are available on all major podcast platforms. Remember, NBA Report tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Bobby Marks joins us on the show. We're going to go deeper into the Harden trade. We'll talk about the Quickly extension, talk some more into the business side of the NBA. So make sure that you guys tap into that. And then we'll see you guys same time, same place. KFTV Postgame Live, #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Knicks versus Cavs. post-game show. All right. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Shout out Donald Smith. Salute. Okay. All right, man. Al, anything else before we bounce?
Salute to Jay Boogie, man. Appreciate the love. And yeah, man. We'll be back here tomorrow, man. After a victory against the Cavs.
There we go, man. Good show. See you guys tomorrow, man. CP Alex, we out of here.